Benefits of learning gentleness. Gentleness diffuses conflict. It de-escalates anger and diffuses anger. Created in your brains are things called mirror neurons, which mirror back what other people feel. If somebody gets angry at you, you get angry back. If somebody is really depressed, you start getting depressed. If you're gentle, it makes them more calm. That's why Proverbs 15:1 says, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but harsh words stir up anger."
Yeah, so you're almost setting the pace of how your conversation is gonna go. Like if you act angry, then it's probably gonna end up in an angry conversation. But if you respond in a gentle way, then most likely you're gonna diffuse the situation, right?
Yeah. And Rick Warren says, when other people raise their voice, you lower yours. That will solve an enormous amount of conflict. Most people, when they raise their voice, you raise yours. And then they raise their voice even higher. Then you raise yours. Then no one can hear anything.
Yeah, like nothing gets solved.
Second benefit is gentleness disarms critics. The more successful you are in life, the more critics you will have. Rick Warren even says that the only way you won't have critics is do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. So when you respond in gentleness, why does it disarm your critics? Because when somebody criticizes you, they want a reaction like anger or frustration. There is actually an anger addiction, and some people are addicted to the emotion of anger, and it is the only way they feel alive. They are living in such a depressed state that the only way they can actually feel good or alive is to get mad at somebody or have somebody mad at them. These people are always looking for a fight.
Yeah, so they're just a bunch of instigators, right? Trying to rile you up, but if you don't give them the response that they're looking for, then most likely they're gonna move on, right?
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 4:13 says, "We respond gently when evil things are said about us." If someone hurts you, it puts them below you. If you get even, then you are going to their level. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like living on like a higher standard almost, right? Like that's how Jesus responded, right? When people try to hurt him, right? He was always gentle.
Yeah. Titus 2:8 says, "Your conversation should be so gentle that anyone who wants to argue with you will be ashamed, because there won't be anything to criticize in anything you say." What I'm learning is the balance between having tough skin and a tender heart. Like, be strong enough that you stand up for yourself, but be gentle and humble and have a tender heart. Find that balance.
It's like be so gentle that they're gonna have to make stuff about you, like make stuff up about you just to criticize you. Like literally make up lies. If you respond with gentleness all the time, like they would literally have to make things up about you just to criticize you, right?
Yeah. Third benefit is gentleness is persuasive. This is especially prevalent in sales because hard sells don't work. Gentleness is like a pull. Proverbs 25:15 says, "Patience and gentle talk can convince a ruler to overcome any problem."
It makes so much sense with sales, especially because I think like one of the most important things when you're trying to sell something to someone is to understand them. And then going back to what you said earlier, gentleness gives you understanding about the other person, and you know exactly what they need to make that purchase or take that action, right?
Yeah. Proverbs 16:21 says, "A wise and mature person is known for understanding. The more pleasant his words, the more persuasive he is."
There you go.
Yeah. And last benefit is gentleness communicates love. Colossians 3:19 says, "Husbands, love your wives and be gentle with them. Any fool can be selfish and rude, but gentle men are gentle men." A great marriage are simply the union of two great forgivers.
That's deep, yeah.
Ephesians 6:4 says, "Fathers, do not irritate and provoke your children to anger. Do not exasperate them to resentment, but rear them tenderly in the training and discipline and counsel of the Lord."
Yeah, it makes sense, because I think discipline by like alone is already bad enough, but if you're doing it in an angry way, then they're not going to want to follow through. They don't want to be disciplined.
Yeah, it's counterproductive.
Yeah. So you have to be as gentle as you can, right? Otherwise they're not going to want to change.
Yeah. So King Solomon's son went to the elders because he had no idea how to lead the nation. And the elders of the nation told him all he would have to do is obey 2 commands and the people will follow you anywhere. And the first one was, if you genuinely serve them and you show that you are there to meet their needs. And the second one, if you always speak to them gently.
So how you say something matters more than what you say.
Yeah.
Like, so if you had to make the choice every time, it's how you say something.
Because that's what makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And people remember how you made them feel.
Yep.